Hello and welcome everyone. So, net aspirants, we were doing a series of previous year questions, the most important previous year questions. We are here again for you with the most important previous year questions and the topics. So, आज का हमारा जो टॉपिक है, जैसा कि आपको स्लाइड पर दिखाई दे रहा है सामने, कॉमर्स का इनकम टैक्स के हम आज इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस लेकर आए हैं और आज पार्ट 1 है। तो यू कैन वेरी वेल अंडरस्टैंड कि कल भी हमारी ये क्लास रहेगी और कल भी हम इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करेंगे। तो आज स्टार्ट करते हैं हम फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन से। सो आवर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम प्रीवियस ईयर इन इनकम टैक्स इज, तो सबसे पहले जो हम बात करते हैं सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन की, deferred tax liabilities is the net amount of tax on the, see everyone, मैं आपको बहुत डिटेल्ड एक्सप्लेनेशन बताऊंगी। तो एक एक टॉपिक हम आप कह सकते हैं कि डिस्कस करने वाले, नॉट ओनली द क्वेश्चंस, हम टॉपिक्स भी साथ साथ डिस्कस कर रहे हैं। और पुराने जो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं और भी जो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, बिजनेस, फाइनेंस, अकाउंटिंग, इनके भी न्यूमेरिकल्स आप प्रीवियस वीडियोस में जाकर के देख सकते हैं हमारे प्लेलिस्ट में। So starting with the question again, see two statements are given over here and among these two statements we have to identify, are these two statements true, both are false, or one is true and one is false. So deferred tax liability is the amount of tax on temporary difference between accounting income and taxable income. It arises when the accounting income is more than the taxable income. See everyone, यहाँ पर what we have to understand is, right now, here सबसे पहला तो अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 2 की अगर आप बात करें तो यहाँ पर सबसे पहला जो डेफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी जो क्रिएट होती है, सबसे पहले आप बात करेंगे अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 22। अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 22 किसके बारे में बात करता है? ठीक है, इट टॉक्स अबाउट द difference between taxable income and accounting income। ठीक है, तो सबसे पहला अगर टैक्सेबल इनकम और अकाउंटिंग इनकम में किसी भी तरीके का कोई डिफरेंस आता है तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? वहां हमारा या तो टैक्स लायबिलिटी, डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी क्रिएट होता है, डिफर्ड टैक्स एसेट क्रिएट होता है। इट कम्स अंडर, तो यहाँ पर यही पूछ रहा है डिफरेंस बिटवीन अकाउंटिंग, आपसे यही पूछा जा रहा है डिफरेंस बिटवीन अकाउंटिंग इनकम एंड टैक्सेबल इनकम, जो टेम्पररी डिफरेंस आता है उससे आपका डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी क्रिएट होता है। और वो कब होता है? जब आपका अकाउंटिंग इनकम ज्यादा होता है। तो यहाँ पर दूसरी बात कर लेते हैं, ज्यादा और कम वाली बात कर लेते हैं। सी, डिफर्ड टैक्स एसेट आपका कब क्रिएट होता है? ठीक है, डिफर्ड टैक्स एसेट कब होता है? जब आपका टैक्सेबल इनकम इज ग्रेटर देन अकाउंटिंग इनकम। सो डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी हमारा कब क्रिएट होएगा? जब आपका क्लियर है? आंसर में आपके जो क्वेश्चन है उसमें यही बात पूछी गई है कि डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी जो है वो आपका कब क्रिएट होता है? जब टैक्सेबल इनकम कम होता है। तो यहाँ यही हो रहा है कि अकाउंटिंग इनकम इज मोर एंड टैक्सेबल इनकम इज लेस, तो डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी इज बीइंग क्रिएटेड। ये अगर आप ध्यान रखेंगे तो ये स्टेटमेंट हमें पता रहेगा। सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू, right? This statement is true. Now, deferred tax liabilities and deferred tax assets are only book entries. That is, means ये temporary book entries है, सिर्फ entry करने के लिए हम करते हैं, इससे कोई actual liability, actual asset create नहीं होता है। ठीक है, तो ये तो बात रही हमारी statement 1 की। अब हम बात करते हैं statement 2 के लिए। ठीक है, तो डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी इसके लिए आप एंट्रीज क्या करते हो, पहले आप ये समझ लो कि एंट्रीज हम क्या करते हैं। सबसे पहला डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी के लिए जो एंट्री होती है, P&L अकाउंट डेबिट टू डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी। ठीक है, और यहां पर एसेट के लिए होती है डिफर्ड टैक्स एसेट अकाउंट डेबिट टू P&L अकाउंट। क्लियर है? यहां ये चीज क्लियर है। सबसे पहले जो एंट्रीज होती हैं, P&L अकाउंट डेबिट टू डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी, डिफर्ड टैक्स एसेट अकाउंट डेबिट टू P&L अकाउंट। ठीक है, यहाँ पर इससे क्या आपको कैलकुलेट होता है, इससे कोई भी यहाँ पर जो एंट्रीज आप करते हो लायबिलिटी और एसेट क्रिएट नहीं होगी, सिर्फ यहाँ पर एंट्रीज होगी। और बुक प्रॉफिट जो है, अगर फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पर अगर बुक प्रॉफिट जो है वो आपका ज्यादा हो जाता है, सेम बात हो रही है यहाँ पर टैक्सेबल प्रॉफिट से, तो आपकी क्या क्रिएट हो जाती है, डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी। वही बात तो मैंने आपको यहाँ बताई है ऊपर, सेम बात है, यहाँ पर कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है। ठीक है, ये वही बात है। ठीक है, क्लियर है? तो इससे कोई भी एक्चुअल लायबिलिटी या एक्चुअल एसेट क्रिएट नहीं होता है। सो ये दोनों स्टेटमेंट्स हमारे करेक्ट हैं। अगेन दिस स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू, so both the statement 1 and 2 are correct. Our answer is option number 1. Clear है? Coming to the next question. मैं आपके साथ साथ सॉल्व करती जा रही हूँ, अगर फिर भी आपको डाउट रहता है you can put in comments below. I'll be answering all your questions. ठीक है, इनकम टैक्स से रिलेटेड आपके जो भी PYQs की क्वेश्चंस है आज हम वो सॉल्व भी करेंगे, आपके साथ डिस्कस भी करेंगे, और इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस तो and questions so I'm sharing with you right now. Next question, given below again there are two statements. C statement assertion reasoning के क्वेश्चन ऐसे आएंगे, हमें दो बारी क्वेश्चन we have to read the question twice. So given below are the statements, one labeled as assertion A and the other labeled as reason. Read the statement. Assertion reasoning के two statements are given. Among all methods charging depreciation of fixed assets, diminishing balance method is the best method. See now, first statement is that diminishing balance method is the best method, and the reason why it is to be known as the best method, because Income Tax Act 1961 is claiming deduction under this act, so it is concluded that it is the best method. Right now we will clarify it. I'll take another page, new page. ठीक है, here I'll be explaining this. See, सबसे पहली बात, जो आप बेस्ट मेथड लेंगे अब सबसे पहली बात तो यही है, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट तो ये है कि बेस्ट मेथड फॉर कैलकुलेशन ऑफ डेप्रिसिएशन, ठीक है, वो किसके अंडर आता है? या तो वो प्रेस्क्राइब्ड होगा, प्रेस्क्राइब्ड बाय GAAP. Now what is GAAP? Generally accepted accounting प्रिंसिपल्स के अकॉर्डिंग वो एक्सेप्टेड होना चाहिए, दैट मीन्स GAAP के अकॉर्डिंग प्रिस्क्राइब्ड होना चाहिए, दैट इज द बेस्ट मेथड फॉर द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ द डेप्रिसिएशन। तो सबसे पहली बात तो ये हो गई। सेकेंड जो स्टेटमेंट बोला है, सी डिमिनिशिंग वैल्यू मेथड, ठीक है, ऑफ डेप्रिसिएशन is permitted by Income Tax Act 1961. Yes, it is true. So this statement is true, but इसका जो ये reason है कि ये best method है, this is wrong, right? So this is not the best method. If you say that this is the best method, diminishing balance method, no. DBM is not the best method, no. ठीक है, it should be as per GAAP. Clear? Next, diminishing balance method charging, yes, it is permitted under Income Tax Act. That is true, yes. But it is not the correct explanation, right? It is correct and the above one is not correct. ठीक है, so A is wrong and R is right. So this तो explanation की तो बात ही नहीं आती है, जब एक statement wrong है तो explanation की बात नहीं आती है, okay? We will not consider the explanation is correct or not. We will not consider this thing. We have to consider first both the statements are true or false. If one of the statement is false, then we will not consider the significance limit. No, there will be no significance of explanation, right? So the option number 1 is the correct answer. Exactly. Now, coming to the question number 3. Which one of the following is agricultural income under Income Tax Act? See, out of these, which one of the following is agricultural income? See, I'll be explaining each and every question to you in detail. You can note it down, you can write it down, revise with me. तो आपका जो previous year है, we are solving these questions right here, right away. So you do not need to give your time to previous year questions, right? Now, so the question was out of this. तो सबसे पहले we will discuss about the agricultural income. So, as per Income Tax Act, agriculture income is defined under section 21A. ठीक है? As per this, agriculture income means any income derived from such land by agricultural operations, including processing of agricultural produce so as to render it fit for the market or sale of such produce, right? So what will happen? Any income derived from such land which includes the processing of agricultural products so that it is fit for the selling purpose, right? So that comes under section 2(1)(a) of a Income Tax Act 1961. So now here, see, income from dairy, farm and poultry, see, it has nothing to do with the land produce, so it will not come here. Income from the sale of replanted trees, yes, where denuded parts of the forest are replanted and subsequent operations in forestry are carried out, yes. Land we are using, we are growing these forests, these plants on these trees on the land. Dividend, no. Dividend income, it is not the income derived from the produce of the land, no. The company is engaged in agricultural business, but the dividend income is not counted in that. Income from the land used for storing agricultural produce, we are not producing, we are just storing the agricultural produce. We might have taken from somewhere else the agricultural produce and we are only storing it, we are not producing. So it will not come, So the answer is option number 2. Right? Next question. Under section 194 IB of Income Tax Act 1961, an individual, or 194 section, you must understand 194 section is for TDS, tax deducted at source. An individual or HUF who is not required to get his accounts audited, who is responsible for paying to a resident if he pays any kind of rent, shall deduct income tax for the use of any land, building or both if rent exceeds. See, I hope you have understand the question very well. See, if an individual or HUF who is not required for the auditing of the accounts under section 44 AB, if he is paying any kind of rent, so it will be, if he is paying any kind of rent, his tax is deducted out of that rent amount. His tax is deducted out of that rent amount at the time of paying the rent. So what would be the amount of rent, about how much amount the rent is going to exceed, right? So it is directly, I'm answering, it is 50,000. See, rental payment should be exceeding 50,000 per month, then only there will be deduction. And how much deduction? TDS at 50%. Right? Next. And it is only for individual and HUF, right? Next question. On fulfilling certain conditions for an undertaking set up in special economic zone, deduction under 10AA of the Income Tax Act is allowed for. C. It is for 15 years, but there are certain conditions, I'll tell you. There are certain conditions. What are those conditions? I'll tell you. Section 10AA. As per section 10AA, 100% of export for first 5 years. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट 50% for you can say next 5 years. By this way, it is allowed for 15 years, right? So 5 years, 5 years, 5 years, 100, then 50%, then 50% से कम is allowed for next 5 years. So it is 15 years, right? So the answer is 15 years, correct? Next question. Question number 6. If the tax liability has been reduced within the legal framework, it is tax planning. If the tax liability has been reduced to get benefit of the deduction available under Income Tax Act, it is tax evasion. So our answer is true or false. C. सबसे पहला तो first important things, tax evasion is illegal. Tax evasion is not legal and it is not allowed as per Income Tax Act. So this statement will be false. But I'll tell you the difference in detail. We will understand the difference. See, if the tax liability, see tax planning. If I am investing my money in insurance, if I'm investing my money in insurance and then I'm getting deduction under any tax or reducing my tax, then it is known as tax planning. That is true. But if I am reducing my tax by getting the benefit of tax deduction as per the Income Tax Act, it is known as tax management. It is known as tax management, not the tax evasion. This is wrong. Tax evasion is when you are unlawfully. See, what is tax evasion? I tell you. Unlawfully not paying the tax. When you are not showing and records your actual income, that is tax evasion. So both the statements are no. Statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Option number 2 is the answer. Right? Question number 7. Arrange the steps to e-filing of income tax returns. See, e-filing बहुत ही important topic है. Kindly mark it star. E-filing पर question आता है. देखो, 2 important topic मैं आपको ऐसे बता रही हूँ जहां से जरूर से question आएगा ही आएगा. 3 टॉपिक आपको बता रही हूँ जो कर ही लेना. ठीक है, सबसे पहला तो टीडीएस के सारे सेक्शंस कौन सा किस पर एप्लीकेबल है एंड उनका परसेंटेज एंड अमाउंट. दूसरा ई फाइलिंग में जो फॉर्म्स है, स्टेप्स तो आप करोगे फॉर्म जरूर कर लेना और उन पर जो एलिजिबिलिटी, देखो फॉर्म्स में क्या करना है, एलिजिबिलिटी करना है. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट आपका एलिजिबिलिटी ही है, वो आपने करना है. ठीक है, टीडीएस हो गया, ई फाइलिंग हो गया. ठीक है, एंड आपका हाउस प्रॉपर्टी में मैं आपको बता दूं जीएबी पर बहुत क्वेश्चन आता है. जीएबी और एनएबी पर बहुत क्वेश्चन आता है. तो ये तो स्टार टॉपिक ऐसे मार्क कर लो कि यहाँ से क्वेश्चन बनना ही बनना है. ठीक है, स्टार टॉपिक्स मार्क कर लो आप. ये मैं आपको साथ के साथ इसीलिए बता रही हूँ कि जब आप ये वीडियो देखोगे, आप जब भी तैयारी कर रहे हो तो आपको ये चीज पता रहेगी कि हाँ, ये जब मैं उठाता हूँ तो ये टॉपिक तो मुझे करने ही करने हैं. नाउ तो ई फाइलिंग के लिए व्हेन आई एम अरेंजिंग दीज टॉपिक्स, दीज स्टेप्स, तो मैं कैसे अरेंज करना है, मैंने सबसे पहले व्हाट आई हैव टू डू, आई एम इरेजिंग दिस, आई होप यू हैव रिटन डाउन, लिख लेना एक बार अच्छे से, ठीक है। जो वीडियो चला रहे हैं, वीडियो एक बार आप पॉज करके ढंग से लिख लेना ताकि आपको क्लियर हो जाए चीजें। नाउ हियर अब मेरे को स्टेप्स मेंशन करना है। सबसे पहला आई गो टू द साइट एंड आई रजिस्टर माई सेल्फ। सबसे पहले रजिस्टर योर सेल्फ। आफ्टर रजिस्टरिंग योर सेल्फ यू नीड टू चूज द फॉर्म। अब जब आपने फाइलिंग पढ़ी ही नहीं है, जब आपने ये फॉर्म्स ही नहीं पढ़े, तो आप फॉर्म कैसे सिलेक्ट करोगे, ठीक है। आप सिलेक्ट ही नहीं कर सकते फॉर्म, तो फॉर्म तभी सिलेक्ट करोगे जब आपने फॉर्म्स पढ़े होंगे, फाइलिंग पढ़ी होगी। फॉर्म सिलेक्शन होगा, फॉर्म सिलेक्शन के बाद आप क्या करोगे, फॉर्म फिलिंग करोगे, ठीक है। एंड आफ्टर दैट यू विल अपलोड एंड आफ्टर इट यू विल वेरीफाई ITR फाइल। आप लोगों में से काफी को पता होगा, जब भी आप ITR फाइल कर देते हो तो ITR फाइल करने के बाद आपके पास एक मैसेज आता है that for the verification of ITR 5. So this is the last step. Okay, this is the last step. After it, your filing is complete. So first of all, registering yourself, A, select the requisite form, that is C. A, C, and after it, form filling D, A, C, D, B, option number 1. Right, coming to the next question, gratuity received, बहुत डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है। gratuity received by government employees exempted under section 10(10)(1). yes, it is exempted under Indian Income Tax Act 1961. yes, it is exempted. Government employees, local authority, semi government employees, it is exempted. So gratuity received by local authority, yes, it is exempted. Both the statements are true. Very direct and very easy question. Next, arrange the following procedure of income tax return e-filing in India. Again, it is the same question we are repeating with different language. So first of all, थोड़ा एक तो step exceed कर दिया है. What you have to do is, सबसे पहला आप क्या करेंगे, सबसे पहला आप register करेंगे. After that, you will log in. First of all, you will create your account, you will register yourself, and after that, you will log in. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स ये भी गलती कर सकते हैं कि पहले लिखेंगे लॉगिन। अरे बाबा, पहले लॉगिन करोगे, आपने जीमेल पर अकाउंट बनाया है, कभी भी पहले लॉगिन करते हो, पहले अकाउंट होता है तभी तो लॉगिन करते हो, तो रजिस्टर करेंगे फिर हम लॉगिन करेंगे। क्लियर। एंड आफ्टर दैट यूटिलिटी, जो आपका फॉर्म है उसको आप डाउनलोड करोगे, जो भी आपके रिक्वायरमेंट्स है फॉर्म्स को आप डाउनलोड करेंगे और उसके बाद प्रिपेयर करेंगे अपना रिटर्न, जो भी आपको फाइलिंग है, जो कुछ भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स अटैच करने हैं, एनक्लोजर्स प्रिपेयर करेंगे अपना रिटर्न। आफ्टर इट आप उसको फाइल करेंगे, ठीक है। व्हाट यू विल डू इज, आफ्टर दिस यू विल फाइल एंड इसके बाद आप क्या करेंगे, वेरिफिकेशन करेंगे। सो हमारा आंसर हो जाएगा BADEC। BADEC, okay. Our answer is option number 4. Correct? कितना डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है। अब फाइलिंग में से अगर आप पढ़ लेते हो, ये स्टेप्स भी फाइलिंग में से पढ़े हुए हैं, मेरे फॉर्म्स पढ़े हुए हैं, तो बहुत इजी हो गया ना मेरे लिए। कम से कम 3 क्वेश्चन हो गए। नेक्स्ट, नाउ वी हैव टू सीक्वेंस। देखो मैंने आपको कहा था ग्रॉस एनुअल वैल्यू GAV हाउस प्रॉपर्टी में से क्वेश्चन आता है। नाउ यू कैन सी द क्वेश्चन, और जरूर एक एग्जाम में आपको एक ना एक क्वेश्चन तो हाउस प्रॉपर्टी में से मिल ही जाएगा, ठीक है। कुछ स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस है जो मैंने एनालाइज किया है प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन में से, मतलब ये स्पेसिफिक है, इनमें से आता ही आता है। ग्रेचुइटी हो गया, HRA पे हो गया, GAV पर हो गया, ई फाइलिंग है, TDS है, फॉर्म्स आपके हैं, तो ये specific topics हैं that we have to do. ATG, ATGGA, ये सारे आपके important हैं। मतलब ATG वाला जो सेक्शन है, ये 4-5 जो सेक्शन इंपॉर्टेंट है, साइंटिफिक रिसर्च वाला बिजनेस एंड प्रोफेशन में से आप ले सकते हैं। सेट ऑफ एंड कैरी फॉरवर्ड कितने सालों तक किया जा सकता है, दैट इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट। तो कुछ ऐसे क्वेश्चन है जो हम प्रीवियस या 5-6 साल का जो हम ट्रेंड देखते हैं 5-6 एग्जाम्स का, वो यही है। ठीक है, सो अभी ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि अभी ट्रेंड चेंज होने वाला है, पिछले टाइम से चल रहा है बिकॉज सिलेबस इज नॉट चेंज, तो लगभग वही रहने वाला है व्हाट एज पर आवर ओपिनियन। ठीक है, नाउ सो आंसर नंबर 10, वी हैव टू राइट द स्टेप्स फॉर कैलकुलेटिंग GAV। तो मैं आपको सबसे पहले बता ही देती हूँ कि क्या स्टेप्स होते हैं GAV के, सो इट वुड बी इजी फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड। अगर कोई न्यूमेरिकल भी दे कैन आस्क। ठीक है, स्टेप्स फॉर कैलकुलेटिंग GAV। GAV की कैलकुलेशन के लिए क्या स्टेप्स हैं? सी, सबसे पहला, अगर आपको नहीं आता GAV कैलकुलेट करना, आज जो मैं तरीका बता रही हूँ उससे आपको GAV एकदम क्लियर हो जाएगा एंड इस पे क्वेश्चन बनता है तो बहुत ध्यान से देख लेना। ठीक है, सबसे पहला see the very interesting thing about this, reasonable expected rent or fair rent, but this you have to consider, but this amount should not exceed, step one amount should not exceed standard rent. If standard rent is lesser than this step one, so you will consider the standard rent only. Step two is for actual rent minus unrealized rent, right? Now step three. Now what you have to do is, out of step 2 and step 1, which is higher? Step 1 and step 2, whichever is higher, right? Whichever is higher. And last step 4, step 3 minus loss due to vacancy. It is known as right. So this is gross annual value, correct? So reasonable expected rent, actual rent. Now we have to calculate is, अभी बोल रहा है सीक्वेंस करना है स्टेप्स को, ऑला करेक्ट पर हमें सीक्वेंस करना है। तो सबसे पहला व्हाट आई विल डू इज रेंट एक्चुअली रिसीव्ड आफ्टर डिडक्टिंग, तो ये तो मेरा हो गया स्टेप 2, राइट? फाइंड आउट द लॉस, ये तो बाद में निकलेगा। फाइंड आउट द एक्सपेक्टेड रीजनेबल एक्सपेक्टेड रेंट, स्टेप नंबर 1, whichever is higher, step number 3, right? So step number 1, that is C, then A, right? And that is the last step. Okay, it is not the last step, ये बाद में आएगा is GAV. So this is step number 4 and this is step number 5. सबसे लास्ट में आएगा E, right? तो what we have to do is C, A, D, B and E, right? I think misprint over here is, it is E, right? So CADBE option number 1 would be the answer, correct? अभी आपको आते हैं सारा steps, then only you can do ना. Okay, next question number 11. Now X is employed in a private company at a salary of 70,000 per month and 10,000 per month as dearness allowance. See, DA here directly given not as a percentage of terms and conditions of employment as a retirement benefit, no, or as a percentage based on commission of turnover, no. It is not given directly, it is given. You have to consider this thing, that it is important. Why? I'll tell you later. He received rupees 2,000 as HRA per month. Okay, right? He paid 2,500 per month as house rent allowance. What is the exempted portion? What would be the exempted amount? Okay, now he is employed in a private company at a salary of 70,000 per month. See, सबसे पहला actual HRA, what is received. You can do this question per month, you can do this question annually. Whatever the actual amount he is receiving as 2,000. Actual rent, what amount he is paying as actual rent? 2,500 per month. The 2,500 multiplied by 12 is equal to 30,000 minus 10% of salary. See, here we have to calculate. Here salary includes basic plus DA if percentage of turnover or terms and conditions of retirement. ऐसा नहीं है ना, so it will not be included. Only the salary, the basic will be included. So what is the basic salary over here is 70,000 per month. So 70,000 per month is 8,40,000, right? So negative 8,30,000 here, and 24,000. This is the same. This is the same. Third is 40 or 50%. Right? The same question over here, 40 or 50% of salary. So we are having 8,40,000. I'm considering that this is not, the case is not of Delhi or metros Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta, okay, or Madras. It is of only a non-metropolitan city. So we are considering is 40,000 multiplied by 40%. So it would be 16, 1, 32, 33. So here it is negative amount. See, if you are exempting any negative amount, that means you, income tax department needs to pay something to the person. So it is not possible income tax department will exempt, but they will not pay anything, right? So the amount of exemption will be nil. Right? Next. So I'm erasing it. This is for only making you understand the concept. Please do not get confused. Okay? Now, surcharge is payable to an individual. By an individual, surcharge is payable by an individual if the amount total income exceeds, that is 1 crore. It is a direct question. Right? Which of the following will be considered as tax planning efforts? See, I have told you the difference of tax planning, tax management and tax evasion earlier in one previous question. So here, which of the following effort you would consider as tax planning? Mr. A purchased a house for self-residence of 80 lakhs by taking a loan of rupees 60 lakhs from SBI 10% interest. Instead of using his own funds, he could have used his own funds for 80 lakhs, but he had taken the loan of 60 lakhs from the bank because he knows very well that he'll be getting the deduction of all the payments he's making to bank as per the interest and the as per the interest amount, whatever he is paying, he'll get the deduction of income tax or reduced income tax he is going to pay. So this is tax planning. Would you consider as tax planning? Yes, it is a tax planning. It is a legal way. Yes, it is known as tax planning. Mr. A made investment in purchasing 12% redeemable debentures of Tesco worth rupees 1.5 lakh. Now he had purchased redeemable debentures. Investment is not a bad thing, but he has made investment in a private company. So there will be no deduction. No deduction. Mr. A purchased 100-gram gold biscuits of 2.5 lakh from SBI on the occasion of Diwali. No deduction is allowed. Mr. A invested 1 crore in purchasing 5 acres of agricultural. See, he had purchased the agricultural land. Deduction. Acha, deduction under which section? Under which section he will get the deduction? He will get the deduction under section 54. See, under capital gain, the person can get the deduction if he is buying agricultural land. So he will get deduction under section 54B, right? Okay, now, so A and D is the answer. Option number 3. Next, match the following items, list 1 and list 2. Okay, claims, fringe benefits, perquisites. Okay, so now we have to calculate company car, club membership, paid holidays, furnished house. So it is a perquisite, fringe benefit or claim. Canteen, uniform, accident, first of all, telephone, mobile allowance, internet allowance, medical allowance, canteen, uniform, accident relief. So claims are the allowances which a person is making expenditure. Now he want to claim over those. So these are the claims, right? Fringe benefits. See, if a person is getting benefit in the canteen, uniform, accidental relief, so they are the fringe benefits and these are the facilities. These are known as perquisites, right? So for A it is 2, for B it is 3, for C it is 1. So the answer would be option number 3, correct? Next, question number 15. Talking about question number 15, given is the information related to a house. Okay, again we have got the question of annual value. It is not the question of GAV, it is the question of NAV. One step more on the GAV, right? So municipal value is given, fair rent is given, standard rent is given. No, so now their standard rent is also given. So you'll be very much clear about the question now. And municipal taxes paid. So it is not so difficult question. I'll be solving over here only, because if I'll take another question, you will get confused. So I'm solving over here only. I'll try to make you understand over here only, right? So सबसे पहला step 1, see fair rent and municipal value. इन दोनों में से municipal value and fair rent. सबसे पहला I'll see 150 and 180. तो पहला मुझे कंसीडर करना है whichever is higher, right? Whichever is higher, but this amount should be less than SR. So 180 and it is again 160. हो गया. Step 1 is 160. Clear? It is clear. Now step 2. Actual rent less unrealized rent. Are we having any unrealized rent? 20,000 per month, that is 2,40,000, and 2,40,000, that is for 2 lakh. Right? Is there any doubt? No, it's not. How I calculated 2,40,000 minus 40,000, it is 2 lakh, right? Now, step 3. Whichever is higher. Step 1 and step 2, whichever is higher. So whichever is higher, step 3's value is 2 lakh. Right? Step 3's value is 2 lakh. Now, what I have to do is, I have to calculate the municipal. See, abhi either I have to calculate deduct is vacancy loss. It would be GAV, but it is not given over here. So same amount would be of GAV, that is 2 lakh, right? Now I'll pay the municipal taxes. See, for municipal taxes, we have to consider one thing. Municipal taxes will be deducted only if it is paid by owner. That is 20% of 1,50,000. Municipal value का 20% है ना, तो 1,50,000 का 20%. 20% of 1,50,000, that is 30,000. So the answer would be 1,70,000. This is an AV net annual value. If they will ask annual value, you will calculate the NAV only, because annual value and NAV is the same. I think it is not visible, so I'll be solving this over here. इसके बाद आपका आ गया GAV and after it municipal taxes. तो आपका GAV is 2 lakh and 1,50,000 20%, that is 30,000. So it is an AV, that is. So option number 1 is the answer. Correct? Following are the information for a house property. Again, now we have to calculate the GAV. So fair rent, municipal value, step 1's value. I'm doing it directly. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. You can put in your comments. अगर कुछ भी doubt आपको लगता है, you can ask me. Step 1, इन दोनों में से पहला लेना है, that is 5 lakh, but it should not exceed standard rent. So step 1 value would be 4,80,000. Step 2 का क्या value रहेगा? What would be the value of step 2? 4,20,000 minus unrealized. There is no unrealized rent, that is 4,20,000. Step 3, whichever is higher among 1 and 2, it is 4,80,000. There is no vacancy loss, so GAV would be 4,80,000. Clear the first option. Correct. Next, ATTT, ATCCD, ATE, ATEE, बहुत, it is very easy question they have given. C, deduction in respect of payment of interest on the higher education. C, double E and single E. अगर आप, if you are aware of this now, so if you are not aware of TTE, then also you will be able to solve the question. Right now, here, so deduction in respect of payment of interest on loan for higher education, that is for section 80E, higher education. Deduction in respect of interest loan taken for residential house, that is double E. Deduction in respect of interest on deposits in saving account, that is for TTA. National contribution in national pension, CCD. NPS, that is CCD. So A3. Okay. B4, again it is repeating. C1, so our answer is option number 1. Correct? Now, what is Hawala now? Now, what is Hawala? Tax evasion, illegal trading in stock exchange, bank robbery, illegal transactions of foreign exchange. What would you consider Hawala? C, let me tell you what is Hawala. I'll be explaining you the term Hawala actually, okay? It is an informal way of transferring money based on verbal assurance. ठीक है? They have brokers mainly in, you can see in Dubai and all, Middle East, North Africa. ठीक है? Indian subcontinent. ठीक है? So it is the Hawala. This is the meaning of Hawala. So illegal transaction of foreign exchange is known as Hawala. ठीक है? Now coming to the next, CBD. It is from international taxation. CBD, that not the international taxation, I'm sorry, customs. It is from the customs. Countervailing duties are often imposed on imports to offset of the impact of countervailing duties. See, why we have imposed countervailing duties? Why we have imposed for the offset, to the offset of subsidies made to the producer of these goods in the exporting country. See, If the exporting countries producer are getting subsidies, so we put the CVD on those products to offset this subsidy. So the answer is export subsidies. Okay. Levied on imported goods to offset subsidies made to producers of these goods in the exporting country. Right? Next. If a cessee is engaged in the business of growing and manufacturing tea, non-agricultural income in case. Acha. Now, agricultural and non-agricultural income. See, if you are growing and selling tea, growing and selling of tea, so non-agricultural income is 60% or 40%. See, it is for tea only. It is given here for tea only, but we will understand for all the topics. See, agriculture and non-agriculture. Why we are doing this bifurcation? Because for this part will be exempted and this part will be taxable. For tea, growing and manufacturing of tea and selling it in the market, that is 60% and 40%. Okay? For rubber, it is 65 and 35, right? For coffee, it is 75 and 25. Okay? Clear? Any doubts? So you will keep this in mind, 60 and 40. So here they are asking non-agricultural income. So in case of tea, non-agricultural income would be 40%. Correct? Now, next question. AMT provisions are applicable on. AMT provisions are applicable on. See, why AMT is introduced. What is the meaning of AMT? First of all, it is alternate minimum tax, right? Alternate minimum tax on adjusted total income, and it is calculated on adjusted total income, right? This is AMT. And why it is introduced? Why it is introduced? From the non-corporate assessee, who are claiming certain profit linked deductions. ठीक है, non-corporate assessees. For the non-corporated assessees. So here EMT is applicable on non-corporate assessees. It is very easy. Option number 2. Right? Next. X, an employee of the private company gets rupees 30,000 per month as basic salary. Entertainment allowance 1,500 per month. What is the deduction as per 16(2) from gross salary in respect of entertainment allowance? He is the employee of private company. See, he is the employee of private company, so non-government employees doesn't get any deduction on entertainment allowance, so amount would be nil. Non-government employees, private employees doesn't get anything, right? So there will be no amount of deduction on entertainment allowance for the private employee. Direct answer. Which of the following provident fund is approved by Provident Fund Commissioner? Only RPF is approved by Provident Fund Commissioner, nothing else. Which of the following persons cannot use ITR4? So we have to understand ITR4 is filed by whom? ठीक है, सबसे पहला ITR4 is filed by individuals, ठीक है, HUF, who are resident और non-ordinary resident, ठीक है. Firms which are not LLP, but resident. Right? In the previous year. So individuals, HUF, who are ROR, NOR, firms who are not LLP but resident, they should be resident firms and has the income less than 50 lakhs. So what would be the answer? Here the answer is, who is the director of the company? Yes, he is the individual. Who has held any equity, unlisted equity shares? Yes, he can file the ITR. He can ITR4. Next, who has any asset located outside India? Yes, non-ordinary resident, resident or non-ordinary resident, but it should be individual. A firm other than LLP if assessee is a resident. Okay, firm other than LLP. It can use. Yes, it can use. But abhi it is asking na, it who cannot use. So, agar it cannot, if we are not considering this cannot, to ITR4 ke according is it can. But no, not here. Who has income other than other sources? Yet it can. But as per these options, they cannot file the ITR, right? ITR4. So our answer would be A, B, C. Next. Which of the following losses are not deductible from business income? This is the last question for today. ठीक है? Which of the following losses are not deductible from a business income? Not deductible from business income. C. We have a list of losses which are not deductible from business income. So out of these losses, I'll tell you not deductible, right? Loss sustained before the loss, if there is any loss before the starting of the business, commencement of the business, it will not be deducted. Loss incurred in the closing down of the business, no deductions are allowed. Loss incurred due to damage, destruction of any capital asset, no deduction is allowed. Loss of raw material, finished goods in transit in the course of business, yet yes, it is allowed. Loss of stock. Loss of stock in trade due to enemy action, no, it is not allowed. So option number 1 is the answer, right? So thank you very much everyone. I hope this video is useful for you, and I know this will be helpful for you for preparing your exams. And do not forget to share this chat, the link of all the videos with your friends who are preparing for the NET JRF in commerce. And do not forget to subscribe our channel, and if you haven't subscribed our Telegram channel, kindly go and subscribe. We are providing a very good material for your practice, a lot more questions for your practice. So go and subscribe, join that channel, join that Telegram channel and subscribe this Uncle's UGC Net ki tayari. So your tayari would be very good for the NET JRF. Okay, all the best everyone. See you tomorrow with another video. Thank you very much.